So in this video, I'm going to compare Uber versus Lyft in New York City specifically. Both of these are very popular options in New York City, and most people do take both Uber and Lyft. Now, there's a couple different things that I want you to consider when comparing the two options here. So Uber, let's just start with that. So Uber's been around the longest, and it's probably the most popular, I guess, in the ride-sharing space, at least in New York City it is. But Uber prices over the past few years have been absolutely insane, like a joke insane, because it is just so expensive to get anywhere via Uber nowadays. And that definitely never used to be the case. It typically always was a little bit more expensive than the others, but now it's gotten to the point where it's like unreasonably expensive, to the point where I hardly ever take Uber because it's just that pricey. So I live in downtown Manhattan, and half the time for me to get to Midtown, let alone Uptown, I mean, it's well over $50, like well over $50. Now, to get to Uptown from downtown for me would be around $70, maybe closer to $100. So it's absolutely crazy. Like, to go from one side of Manhattan to the other for $100 is just absolutely crazy. So I always typically use Lyft over Uber, and that's because of, honestly, the price. Lyft is just always going to be cheaper than Uber for the most part. There are a few exceptions, but those are so rare, because I find that if I'm testing the price of Uber versus Lyft, almost like 99% of the time, Lyft is going to be cheaper. Now, I also do have an annual City Bike membership, which gives me some type of discount on Lyft Pink, I think it's called. I should know more details for this video, but I don't even know what the discount is. However, I know that I get enough of a discount where even if I didn't get the discount, Lyft would be cheaper, but because I do get an extra discount for being a City Bike member, it's 100% more worth it for me to use Lyft than Uber. Some people use Uber specifically in New York City because they might have a company account with Uber, or they might have some type of other membership with Uber. I'm not really sure, because clearly people are using Uber because the demand is so high and the prices are so high, but I just find that I'm always using Lyft. So at almost all times in New York City, you're able to get either one of them through an app. So it's very rare that you're not able to get either one of them in New York City. And mostly all of New York City is serviced by Uber and Lyft. So even if you're going to the other boroughs, you should be able to get either one of them. So they're both very popular. There are a few other like rideshare options out there as well in New York City. However, these are the most two popular, but I will talk about those as well in other videos. I want you guys to share your experience with Uber and Lyft, because maybe I'm wrong. So I want to know in the comments exactly which one do you typically take and why. And I would love to see the battle between Uber and Lyft in the comment section. So let's see what you guys have to say.